All right, let's get started now. In our top story, the two shooters who were involved in the shooting that took place outside Salman Khan's residence on Sunday were arrested by the police yesterday from Gujarat. The Mumbai police has got custody of the shooters now till the 25th of April. To reassure Salman Khan and his family, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde today visited the residence and spoke to him. Emerging from that meeting, the Chief Minister said that all gangs and goons will be uprooted from Maharashtra.
48 hours after a shocking shooting outside Salman Khan's house, the Maharashtra Chief Minister went to the actor's house in Mumbai to meet him.
उनको मैंने कहा है पूरी सरकार आपके साथ है, इसमें अभी कोई गैंग वांग नहीं है, ये पूरा अंडरवर्ल्ड खत्म हो चुका है और ये बिश्नोई को कोई भी खत्म कर देंगे हम लोग, बिल्कुल ऐसी कोई भी जो हिम्मत नहीं करे ऐसी कार्रवाई पुलिस करेगी.
The visit came hours after the Mumbai police took the shooters in custody. 22 police teams across two states worked around the clock to nab Vicky Gupta and Sagar Pal, both from West Champaran in Bihar and allegedly linked to the notorious Lawrence Bishnoi gang.
घर की तरफ फायरिंग की थी, 5 राउंड फायरिंग किए गए, उसमें से 1 राउंड अंदर गया, बाकी दीवार पे भी लगा था. जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया गया उसमें दिखाई दे रहा था कि ये बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी दिखती है.
Both accused are in police custody till the 25th of April. In court, the police said they need the two in custody to find the weapon believed to have been disposed of in Gujarat, identify the mastermind and the motive, probe international connections and investigate the Bishnoi gang's network across Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. The police have confirmed that this was a premeditated act. The two had rented a house for 3 weeks in Panvel. The police are also trying to establish if they had plans to attack Salman Khan's farmhouse in Panvel.
This is not the first time that Salman Khan is under threat from Lawrence Bishnoi gang members. With the arrest, the Mumbai police plans to unearth the broader network of Bishnoi gang members and perhaps put an end to the unending threats Salman Khan and his family members have been receiving over the years. With video journalist Dayalkar, this is Radhika Ramaswamy for NDTV.
Salman Khan's father, Salim Khan, spoke to NDTV where he said the Chief Minister had assured him that they will get protection till all these extortion attempts stop.
Salim Saab, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I want to understand from you, how was the meeting with Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and the assurances that have been given? Is the family happy now that this is a good assurance?
उन्होंने कहा कि आप बिल्कुल फिक्र मत करिए, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, आपको सारी के सारे प्रोटेक्शन मिलेगा, सब कुछ है. और ये इदारागिरी जो ये है, ये एक्सटॉर्शन, ये सब बंद कर दूंगा, आप देखिएगा.
So has the family been receiving extortion calls also, Salim Saab?
नहीं, वो तो ये जो होता है नॉर्मली, ये एक्सटॉर्शन की भी होता है, एक को मारा और दूसरे से कचरे भी है कि देखो इसने जब उसको मर्डर हुए थे, जो मारा भी था लोगों को, तो उसके बाद ये लोगों के घर पे फोन जाता था कि लाओ इतने पैसे, लाओ इतना पैसे. ये उसको नाम दे देते हैं कि ब्लैक बक का और इसका दुनिया की सब चीजों का उसको खींच लेते हैं रिलीजन की तरफ, क्या मिश्री कर रहे हैं, मगर कोई इनका मकसद कुछ और है. अब आप लाख से ज्यादा कोई मानता ही है.
And Salim Saab, what exactly were the concerns that was shared by your family with the Chief Minister?
नहीं है ना, सबसे अच्छे ताल्लुकात है. सब जितने लोग हैं सबसे अच्छे ताल्लुकात हैं, आते नहीं है, सालों से है.
Ji, and are you hopeful that everything will be peaceful now and the entire family will be safe, or are there some fears?
बिल्कुल नहीं, वैसे भी अभी इतनी जल्दी देखिए ना, उसके ऊपर इन्होंने वो किया है और उसको कर लिया, गिरफ्तार किया. आई मीन बहुत ही फास्ट हुआ सब. ऐसा नहीं है कि छोड़ के दिया होगा, करेंगे. जैसे ये हुआ था उसके बाद से ही स्टार्टेड गेटिंग इनटू इट एंड लेके आप ही उन लोग करके गिरफ्तार।
Okay, and the family is feeling safe, or is there a sense of insecurity in the family?
नहीं, अब सेफ तो, अब ये देखिए सेफ तो ये कि जो उन्होंने किया था वही किसी को लग सकता था, मर जाता, तो उसके लिए कोई कुछ गारंटी नहीं दे सकता। बट जो उनको जो मिला हुआ है प्रोटेक्शन, गुड इनफ है, सबको मिला फैमिली के मेंबर्स को। हमारे पास भी है, अपने भी लोग हैं ऐसे, यहाँ पे आसान काम नहीं।
Okay, so there is no sense of fear per se now in the family.
नहीं, फेयर क्या, देखिए वो तो अभी भी बिलीव कि एक दिन आने वाली है जिस दिन उसको कोई नहीं बचा सकता। तो जिस दिन है, जिस दिन आएगा तो ये वो कोई नहीं बता सकता।
All right, Salim Saab, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Thank you.
All right, to talk more about this Salman Khan, this firing case, we're joined by actor Nasir Abdullah and PK Jain, former additional DGP of Maharashtra. Mr. Jain, first to you, this whole case involving Salman Khan, the threats have been going on for years. Then on Sunday, this firing taking place, it really brings up the memories of the past in Mumbai when you did indeed have gang wars and many in Bollywood were threatened and extorted.
Namaskar, Gargi. Thank you very much for inviting me to the show. I would like to tell you and assure you that the past days of mafia and Ahigiri are long over. The entire clique was dismantled from 1997 onwards when we had got the better of them. Then Maharashtra government was the first government to enact the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, which put the fear of God in the minds of most of the gangsters and their leaders and their cheerleaders. So now, Mumbai has not seen this kind of an activity over the last few years. I mean,
That's right.
Of course, the threats have been coming to Salman Khan, but even this particular case, the firing was done at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do you think that in anybody's right senses, they were trying to target Salman Khan? It was only creating a fear psychosis.
Then it was put out there, a message to Salman Khan that this is just a trailer. The Chief Minister today, of course, reassuring the family and saying, there won't be any gangs and goons, will uproot all of them. But this whole, we're told that it's Lawrence Bishnoi, who we know is in Tihar jail, and Goldie Brar, who are behind all these threats. Your comments on that?
See, they have been claiming that they will eliminate Salman Khan for years now. It is almost 4 or 5 years that these threats are going on. There was an attempt made in the past also when somebody had come and done a recce. This time also. Now, these are Nausikhiyas. These guys have no criminal record. They have caught hold of guys who do not know anything about the crime and ABC of how to organize the shooting. Everything is fine that they went to Panvel, they hired a house there, they kept a watch on his farmhouse, they came to this place, wrecked the place. But the very act, I mean, all these things are done in silence. They are done in under the laws of Omerta. Now, suddenly somebody comes, fires a few rounds at his house at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is only to send a message, not only to him. I mean, this is only to start, to my mind, an extortion trail for other people. Like I just now heard Mr. Salim Khan is very right. I mean, one person, one bigwig being threatened, and many other people fall prey to the extortion racket. And these people were probably, they wanted to ride the wave of extortion.
So you're saying it's a lot of show, a lot of bravado that they're trying to show here and make a big spectacle of these threats to Salman Khan. Nasir Abdullah, your comments on this and this spectre of the Bombay of the past, the Mumbai of the past, with this Bollywood and the underworld threatening various actors, it just brings all those memories back.
Yeah, I think I agree with Mr. Jain in what he said. A long time ago, a lot of these famous film directors and the producers were like a target and a prey, and a few of them escaped unhurt. earlier on, but that was a long time ago, as has already been actually clarified. But I agree that this seems to be, I mean, it could be anything, frankly. It could be a rehearsal, it could be a warning, it could be informing the so-called victim that we are heading for you, etc. This hasn't happened for a long time now, so I don't know how it works. I mean, it looks very odd, this way that they have gone, but then there is no fixed way that assassins have to go about their work.
And as Mr. Jain was saying, they're really making a show of it. And this firing at 5 a.m. in the morning outside Salman Khan's house, and then a threat saying this is just a trailer. So they're really trying to make a show of it and perhaps create more fear in Bollywood?
No, there is no hard and fast rule how they want to do it. They could have done it at midnight during a party happening at their house. There is no hard and fast rule. I'm not a criminal, but I can understand that they don't have hard and fast rules. They can attack anybody, anywhere, anytime. If they want to send a message, they will send a text, they will send a letter, God knows what. But this is just maybe, I mean, it could just be anybody and anybody wanting to have fun and, or just
well, now they've arrested these two people. Is it reassuring that in a short span of time they managed to track these shooters in Gujarat, to the village, a temple apparently they were found hiding?
Yeah, I'm not sure about all this. Obviously, it's hard to tell. Often enough, the police have to find the nearest of the suspects, the usual ones or whatever. We don't know as yet. They are saying that they have some clues that they were hanging around and they do this, but I don't understand. After all this hanging around, they shoot in the air at the wall and go away. Sounds very odd. They must have got the license plate of the scooter or the motorcycle on which they came, and then maybe able to trace them. And if they manage to do that, that means the criminals, whoever they are really novices and amateurs. The first thing you do is do not allow yourself to be traced, because there are cameras everywhere now, including the traffic lights. So they sound like pretty stupid guys to me.
All right, well, we'll leave it there.
But good luck to Salman.
Yes, absolutely.
I know
and
the
as
family.
I said, reassuring that they've been caught within 2 days, and also the Chief Minister visiting Salman Khan and his family is also very reassuring. Thank you so much both for joining us on the program tonight. News now from Chhattisgarh, where 29 Maoists, including a senior rebel leader, Shankar Rao, who had a bounty of 25 lakh on his head, were killed by security forces during an encounter in the Kanker district. This took place today afternoon. A huge quantity of weapons, including AK-47 and rifles, were also recovered after this encounter. 3 security personnel were injured in the gunfight, which took place in the forest. Sources say the fighting began past 1:30 p.m. and was between a joint operation of the District Reserve Guard, which was set up in 2008 to combat Maoist activity in the state, as well as the Border Security Force. And this comes just 3 days ahead of polling in Chhattisgarh. All right, let's now get you election and campaigning news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a show of strength in Bihar as well as in West Bengal. He held rallies in Bihar, in Gaya and Purnia, where he accused the opposition alliance of being arrogant. He also claimed that in Bihar, the opposition was seeking votes in Nitish Kumar's name.
साथियों, गमंडिया अलायंस के पास न कोई विजन है, न कोई विश्वास है। ये लोग जब वोट मांगने जाते हैं तो भी नीतीश जी के कामों पर वोट मांगते हैं। ये लोग क्यों नीतीश जी के कामों का, केंद्र सरकार के कामों का क्रेडिट खाते हैं, वो पूरा बिहार जानता है। मैं आपको आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं, देश की सुरक्षा से खिलवाड़ करने वाला हर तत्व सरकार की नजर में है, और जो लोग राजनीतिक फायदे के लिए सीएए का विरोध कर रहे हैं, वो भी एक बात जरूर जान ले, ये मोदी है, ये न डरने वाला है और ना ही झुकने वाला है।
And news of the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi campaigned in Kerala today while his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was in the northeast. Now Rahul Gandhi attacked the Prime Minister over the electoral bond scheme and said that he is trying to defend the biggest corruption scandal.
I don't know if you saw his interview with ANI lecturers. I don't know if you saw his face and his eyes. He was trying to defend the biggest corruption scandal on the planet. Bond scheme through which BJP has got thousands of crores of rupees by extorting them from India's businessmen.
Now, a shocking statistic given India's battle against the bane of black money. The Election Commission has registered the highest ever seizure of inducements, which means both cash and drugs, in the 74-year history of the Lok Sabha elections, and elections haven't even begun.
Even before the first phase of voting scheduled on April 19th, the Election Commission has registered the highest ever seizure of inducements in the 74-year history of Lok Sabha elections. According to the latest information available with the Election Commission, between January 1st, 2024 and April 13, 2024, a total of more than 12,000 crore rupees has been seized so far. Compare this to the 3,475 crore rupees seized during the entire Lok Sabha election in 2019. Of the 12,000 crore rupees seized this year, 7,502 crore rupees in the form of cash, liquor, drugs, precious metals and freebies were seized across the country in January and February ahead of the official announcement of elections. Drug seizures accounted for more than 75% of the total seizures made in January and February 2024. Between March 1 and April 13, 2024, enforcement agencies have made record seizures in the form of cash, liquor, drugs, precious metals and freebies worth more than 4,658 crore rupees. Drugs and narcotics accounted for 45% of these seizures. In an official release, the Election Commission said use of black money over and above political financing and accurate disclosure thereof may disturb the level playing field in the favor of a more resourceful party or candidate in specific geographies.
चुनाव शुरू होने से पहले लगभग 12,000 करोड़ का सीजर्स हो चुका है। अब ये पिछले चुनाव के मुकाबले कई गुना ज़्यादा है। तो इसकी दो वजह हो सकती हैं। एक तो कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ने जो अपना नया सिस्टम शुरू किया है इलेक्शन एक्सपेंडिचर मॉनिटरिंग का, उसकी वजह से उन्होंने ज़्यादा ये सीजर्स किए हैं। और दूसरा ये है कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज भी बेतहाशा पैसा ड्रग्स वगैरह इस दौरान इस्तेमाल करते हैं।
It is the largest ever seizure made in the history of Lok Sabha elections. It is important to note that these record seizures have been made even before the voting process has started. There are around 6 weeks still left for the election process to get over. Clearly, as Election Commission prepares for the first phase of polls, it will also have to intensify its drive against the use of money power in the coming days to stop any kind of inducements to lure the Indian voter. In Election Commission with Karan Patra, Himanshu Shekhar for NDTV.
Now, a tragic accident that took place in Jammu and Kashmir today. Marine commandos joined rescue operations to search for the missing in the boat tragedy in the Jhelum River in Srinagar. 6 people died, 5 others were rescued. According to the district magistrate, they are ascertaining the exact number of people who were on the capsized boat. And as of now, the number that we know is 15 people, among them 7 minors who were on the boat. 12 were rescued, 6 died and 6 others are in hospital for treatment. As the stock markets continue to slide today and the rupee hit its weakest level ever, Sakshi Bajaj takes us through the details of the impact of the Iran-Israel tension on the stock markets, the currency and gold, as well as oil prices.
We have seen the markets consistently slide and the rupee weaken to an all-time low on the Iran-Israel tension. Now the Nifty and the Sensex extended declines witnessed yesterday and the rupee weakened to a record low not only at open but also during trade in this afternoon. We have seen the dollar index surge as a safe haven bet, which is hurting the rupee. So experts believe that just like gold, dollar is also seen as a safe haven bet, and so therefore we are seeing this meltdown and this weakening for the rupee. Now gold and oil rates have been spiking on rising geopolitical concerns. Remember, we have seen consistent gains there for both gold as well as oil rates. So experts feel going forward we will see volatility in the near term due to the uncertainty and the rising geopolitical tensions across the board.
And finally, the final result of the civil services examination 2023 were declared today. Lucknow's Aditya Srivastav came all India first in these exams. Now, in an earlier attempt, he had made it to the IPS, that's the Indian Police Service, and was actually undergoing training currently for the IPS when he got the news that he had topped the UPSC exam. Well, he now joins us. Thank you so much, Aditya, for speaking to NDTV, and congratulations. It's one of the toughest exam processes, the UPSC. So clinching a first is absolutely amazing. And to begin with a cliched question, how are you feeling?
I would say that actually I took a bit of time to sink in. But once it sinked in, then I was ecstatic. And then I would say I went to the classes, so couldn't give much time to this feeling.
Much time, you got the news and then you had to go in for your IPS training. Tell us about all the work that you put in. You got into the IPS, still you attempted another, you attempted it once again. You persisted with the UPSC.
I resigned from my job in 2020. After that, I started preparing for UPSC. It was in 2022 that I got into the Indian Police Service. And after that, I persisted because it was always a childhood dream, as well as the kind of diversity that this job offers that attracted me towards the Indian Administrative Service.
All right, your family must be absolutely thrilled. And your advice to others who are preparing, it's really long and arduous journey for most, the UPSC exam. There's also a lot of heartbreak involved.
I would say that consistency is the key, and self-motivation is something that one needs to inculcate in order to get through this examination. Apart from that, I would say that having a distinct strategy and sticking to it is also necessary.
All right. And finally, tell us, what would you like to do in the administrative service? You must have had some ideas when you took these exams again and again, something of, idea of what you wanted to achieve.
Ma'am, the most important thing would be, at least in the initial years, to implement to the best of my ability whatever schemes the government is making for the people. And later on, when I get to that stage where I can make policies, then I would like to work on health education, especially for children. So that would be what I would want to do with this posting.
All right, Aditya Srivastav, wonderful to hear that, and all the very best.
Thank you.
All right, well, with that, that brings us to an end, to the end of this bulletin. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.